looking good for South Africa.
Yeah, hitting the target from different points of the surface, closer to the stumps, getting the ball to come back. Inside edge, maybe not, just a little high, I think. But he's asking decent questions, difficult questions.
Plagued by no balls yesterday, Viard Mulder. It's good to see that he's right on the money here, keeping those stumps in play.
What we see, yeah, middle and leg stump impact, and slightly on the higher side. Could also have been given out. Umpire's call in the end. Yeah, close, but not close enough. It's become kind of a pitch where driving has become a bit tedious. The ball is not coming onto the bat, so you really have to get to the pitch of the ball and not try to overhit it. That's the other thing that the batsmen need to remind themselves, that it's about timing now and maybe trying to defend first and then look to really go hard.
Yeah, when you look at that surface, it's got a bit of a jigsaw puzzle feel to it now by the close of play here on day 4. And just the edges of it sometimes wear a little bit. So when the ball lands there, it just holds up, just grips on the surface a bit and gets more difficult to drive.
End of the over, 360 for 5, Pakistan trail by 61. Rizwan on 15, Salman on 13. Good partnership building here, 31 from 57. South Africa also bowling well. Used the new ball well. And young Mapaka as well has also been impressive. 2 for Rabada and Jansen, and 1 for 47 for the debutant.
Maharaj will be just a touch disappointed because you're supposed to ace it for South Africa on day 4. He's gone wicketless. Rabada once again picking up his game. 2 wickets for him. Jansen 2 wickets.
The second highest follow-on total by a visiting team in South Africa. Highest being 372 for 7. Australia and Johannesburg way back in 1902. Pakistan 360 for 5. And how much they're reflecting on that first innings. Opportunities given away, 2 batting collapses that saw South Africa bowl them out for 194.
It is critical that you bat well in the first innings of a test match because you set up the platform. You can't have a bad day with the bat on a surface like this. Pakistan, since that first innings debacle, have been playing the catching up game. That can be difficult. It can wear you down. Asked to do stuff, and a lot of stuff to survive.
To the cover region. 2 runs, good communication between the 2 batters, and that's what's been good about today. Yes, they've lost a couple of wickets. There's been confidence out there, and it's all because of Shan Masood and Babar Azam setting that platform.
Yes, there's been a lot of sharing of information between batsmen as well, so they've been helping each other. With Rizwan, it's imperative that you call loud and you call early, because he wants 3 runs out of every delivery, 2 runs out of every ball.
just to maybe have a look at some release points. And Janssen, you can just see with the second new ball where he's coming from and how wide it is on the crease when he comes around the wicket. You get the feeling it's just a little bit more round arm than what we've seen from him in the test match so far.
He's releasing them from the VIP area over the side screen.
That awkward height, he uses it to perfection. When he gets it going, when Marco Jansen has found his rhythm, he's really difficult to play. It's like Morne Morkel in those awkward angles. Often batters say, you just don't know where it was coming down from. Onto it quickly. Quick.
That's it.
365 for 5.
It's England, dangerous batting lineup. Such a confident Indian side, just oozing with talent. This should be quite a contest.
India versus England, first T20I, 22nd January, live on the Star Sports Network.
Yeah, great character, Tristan Stubbs. Enjoys this format, has invested his time in building his skill set in the first-class setup. Doing really well for South Africa. Monday Burger on your screen. He's been out through injury. A wonderful quick that South Africa rely on, and hopefully he'll be back in action soon.
Isn't he, Mulder?
He is.
He's definitely charging in. He's being nice and effective. He's hitting good areas. He's bringing those pads and that stumps into play. I was interested to see whether South Africa turned to Keshav a little bit earlier with this second new ball being hard and more pronounced seam. He did get rid of Salman Ali Agha in the first innings with a good stumping by Kyle Verreynne.
Beautifully bowled, floated it up, inviting him for that drive, and Rizwan took the bait, using the breezy conditions so well. Yeah, late movement away from that angle.
Slightly wider on the crease, and he's having a go at Rizwan about always waiting for someone next to the side screen to walk down the stairs. I don't think Rizwan realizes that he's firing him up. He probably shouldn't do what he is doing, because Mulder is as in this contest as I've seen him.
Rizwan had covered the stumps. He was almost on that off-stump line to play that cover drive. They can do that now because he's covering that out-swinging angle. Played it from off to leg.
I love it.
wicket could really just break that door open. So it's starting to get a little bit frustrating out there.
A little bit of shuffle on that off-stump line and fished it from that off-stump angle to the leg side. Different in length was Mulder.
End of the over, 95 overs gone, 366 for 5, and Pakistan trail by 55.
As this partnership, both these just about getting in. Had to weather the storm of that new ball. Well, South Africa's hope has been renewed. And the Pakistanis will also feel that with 54, just 54, the deficit. They're just getting to some territory here that could be interesting.
Nice little tussle going on actually with Mulder and Rizwan, so that's certainly been worth watching over the last little while. A little bit of swing and a couple of stares and glares. So that's a little bit fiery from him. No great pace, but he's getting some nice movement away. So asking a few questions to Rizwan, who's forever smiling.
As this unfolds, 54 some runs, and you know how it goes. Sometimes you think, oh, this, that, and the other might happen, but then it can all fall down. It's through and away for 4. These are the feet by Salman. 371 for 5.
Yeah, the Giant was never going to track that one down. He was always, I think, about a foot and a half away from this. He was always, I think, about a stretch of the left arm, which didn't get there. Just a bridge too far. There we go. Couldn't scoop it in.
43 overs left in the day. This partnership key between Rizwan and Salman. Amar Jamal next. Dwindle stick there on your left. Springboks assistant coach.
He wants to bring him onto that front foot. That's what he did in the did last over, and he was having a bit of a dip trying to drive through the covers. There is a short cover in position. I guess at this pace that he's bowling, it's you can't leave that cover area vacant, so it's probably a pretty good spot, that catching cover. But you want him trying to drive that offside, because he'll have a bit of a dip with that swinging ball.
Should be a couple. They have to stay in the present, Rizwan and Salman. And whilst we kind of can extrapolate and look into the distances and sort of talk about what might be, what can be. Yeah, first job is to get rid of that deficit and then see how many they can pile on from there, but not too many wickets still standing. That's the issue. This pitch still a really good one. Absolutely no demons on it. And essentially it's about how long they can keep doing good things. No swiping.
Yeah, they're away from the perils of Supersport Park, where they lost all those wickets with a matter of 2 or 3 runs. So on this surface that shouldn't happen, but we do know that things can happen in clumps. Now another short cover, in fact a short mid-offer in position.
Yeah, I think it's important for South Africa also not to lose their intensity. Some exceptional work done by Kagiso Rabada, young Kwena Mapaka with that second new ball. It really just raised the intensity in the field, but it's at a similar sort of period where the ball's got a little softer. Pakistan found their mojo in its first innings through an excellent partnership. And also, whilst this ball is about 16, 17 overs old, it's also important for Captain Temba Bavuma to perhaps have another short burst from Kagiso Rabada, as well as Kwena Mapaka, because I feel those are the 2 bowlers that have really been effective in these kind of conditions. Kwena Mapaka, he has been absolutely brilliant today. First with an older ball, and then when he was afforded that second new ball, it was just a different spark about him today. Got so much to work with. He's got pace, he can swing it. An exciting prospect for South African future.
I was going to say, how good is that for South African cricket? Another one off the conveyor belt. Freshly minted.
That sinks to the College, some might say. 373 for 5.
Yeah, okay. Tell you what, I've been so lucky with the, I don't know if lucky is the right word actually, we've been so happy with the weather. Extraordinary weather in Cape Town. Normally we get a bit of a southeaster coming through, strong one, bit chilly. This test match, the weather's been unbelievable. Plenty of sunshine, blue sky, nothing too hot.
Some breaking news for you. Brace yourselves. This is the highest follow-on total by a visiting team in South Africa. Previous best, 372 for 7. By Australia in Johannesburg. You were there, Michael.
Yes, I'm waiting with worm on tongue.
In 1902.
Yes, that was the old Wanderers ground actually. before they get to the current stadium. It's just up the road.
Come on, Michael, tell us a little more.
Everything seemed to be in black and white.
What a take. What a take. Foot marks wide of the stumps and it just kicks out of those.
Yeah, he's always looking to be aggressive, Mohamed Rizwan. That is such a dangerous shot to be playing on this surface. Out of the foot marks. Bones. Michael Holding would call it.
One.
Yeah, I just get the feeling that perhaps a few too many boundary riders for Kesef Marats. You almost want to try and force the batter to take it on, take an element of risk, whilst you still have a bit of turn bounce outside the off stump. This is affording the batters too many easy singles. There's a deficit at the moment, 44 for Pakistan.
He's about to complete his 33rd over and hasn't picked up a wicket at this stage. Kesef Maharaj. 377 for 5.
It's India who win the T20 World Cup. What's his moment like, Rohit? Look, today it was. It's been.
Dictionaries and words, some of those words might not have existed back then. So you're forgiven.
Duff did. 82 not out. Australia's first innings.
Yeah, an excellent little battle here between Vian Mulder and Mohamed Rizwan. It will be well engraved in the back of his mind that shot he played in the first innings. Mulder beating him a couple of occasions in this spell. What is his next move? Is he just going to try and see it out, or is he going to try and be a little bit more aggressive against Vian Mulder? Catching cover, catching mid-off.
Exactly why Mulder's trying to get under his skin a little bit here. A couple of words towards him, a couple of stares. A couple of the big swings and misses he's had at him.
Yeah, I think many of us ask why that shot in the first innings, and I think we're getting a bit of a clue at the moment. Vian Mulder, after every single ball, staring at Mohamed Rizwan. Almost to say, be my guest. Take it on again.
But the field placings are quite interesting now, with the two men short on the offside. Bavoom was one of them. He's at a short mid-off, short cover as well. Then there's a short mid-wicket. And also KG Rabada's gone to a short mid-on. So they're moving in with the bowler also. Trying to cramp him a little bit, trying to provide a little bit of extra pressure. Trying to get him to play a big booming shot. That's the idea.
Shot. Beautifully driven. And down the ground for 4.
That takes it to 51
50 partnership between Rizwan and Salman.
52 runs and 91 balls.
Yeah, just a touch too straight from Vian Mulder. He's trying to venture up. He's trying to get that drive into play. Excellent shot. He's getting himself into line, and then the placement to perfection.
Now, had there been any fingertip on that, he might have been in trouble. If there had been any opportunity of getting something on that.
A fourth 50 partnership between these two, Salman and Rizwan. An important partnership for Pakistan as they try to whittle away that deficit and try and get into the positive. The last recognized pair, you'd say, of batters. So for South Africa, this intensity prior to tea is critical. Should they not break the partnership, need to come back after and have a similar intensity to try and ensure they break them apart. 382 for 5.
Very straight, short mid-on was put in position for that last delivery of that over. Salman Ali Agha facing that. Very fine shot, very good drive down the ground from Mohammad Rizwan, who will be absolutely determined not to do anything rash in the second dig.
Pakistan would feel this box that can get to the three-figure mark
Ball.
and push themselves into the lead. And they will have some sort of opportunity.
1968
80, 90, 100 run lead. Might just cause for a bit of nervousness.
খুলে দেখা যাক
He did it 40 innings for South Africa. Given the fact that they didn't chase down that low score at Centurion. Ryan Rickleton injured. Perhaps can only bat at 7. There will be a different batting order
আর
as
কোন
well
চ্যানেল দেখবি
altogether. Will South Africa go with Bjorn Bull there at the top?
এই ওর থেকে ওই যে আমি যে অ্যাপে দেখি না খেলা খেলে এটা দেখ লাইভ ওখানে চলবে এখানেও চলবে
Those are all question marks that will be put in place.
এটা
if
তো
they are
লাইভ
to get in
বলতে
the lead.
সরাসরি ওই যা টিভিতে
These two
হচ্ছে
will be
তাই
saying to each
ওখানে
other,
মানে
"Let's just
এই
bet
অ্যাপে
time,
হয়
because you
বুঝলি
just never know what we might get to."
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে দেখো
Exactly right. That's all they'll be concerned about. Making no little schoolboy errors like any run outs or anything like that. Doing anything silly, just making sure they occupy the crease, just keep grinding away. That's what they'll be talking about, these two batsmen from Pakistan.
Yeah, talk about betting time. I remember the test match we played at a Wanderers against India. We went on that marathon blockathon. Faf du Plessis, A.B. de Villiers. Opted to drive under the rough again. But fortune for Salman. Yeah, he's sticking to this method. Is Keshav Maharaj trying to flight it, asking the batter to hit it out of the rough. Big bottom heads, and he's going to pick up one in the process. But for a long period of that game, we weren't even thinking about going for the score. And it was just about occupying the crease. And the same sort of method can help Pakistan by just betting time and accumulating runs in the process. 384 for 5.
I think that's Gwen Emma Parker's mum. She'll know a few of them, I think. Actually, just looking at their caps and trying to see. There you go, St. Stithian's kids. And they'll know her too. Quenna's mum, they'll call her. Auntie Mogaga.
What's he got now? About another 6 days, I think, he finds out his final exam results. Quenna? Be getting nervous now, Vern.
How good. And they're watching a few of their, well, they'll know Quena, but they won't know the others, Rickleton and Mulder and Rabada. Oh, and they'll know of them, of course, because they're from their school. And they'll have seen Quena walking about the grounds. An absolute rock star, because having gone to IPL last year, I would have been buzzing there, all of them in school. Prior to that, think back, SA20 is one of those drafted rookies. Shot again. Rizwan before, this time Salman. Both beautiful on drives for 4.
Plenty of time. Showed his wares in one of the earlier white ball games. And Salman Aliagas is a wonderful shot, straight down the ground. Superbly controlled. He spent quite a bit of time actually this morning before play got underway, just standing behind the stumps, visualizing at each end. Very good player.
Yeah, he's when you talk about those matric results. I wish all the matriculants all the very best. Those results coming up in a couple of days' time.
It reminds me, I was writing under Rabada's hat. I wonder that's all that's about. We should keep it a bit still for us so you can see. You know, some of the boys have been signing on his hat, or he's lost it a few times and he's written his name on there.
Can't hear you, Michael.
It might show me. We'll keep trying. I'm trying to remember which team it was, but there was 18. Here we go, under his hat. No, can't see that either. There we go. Khakisa Rabada. Yeah. Thanks, KG.
Michael, there you have it.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
One of the teams that came to South Africa, all the bats, and obviously the teams, and Vern, you've been through this millions of times, I'm sure, signing bats and whatever they put on the tables. One of the teams, and I had the feeling it was one of the Australian sides, they got one of their teammates' bats and put there as well. So he couldn't find his bat, is the main bat that he used to use to play a test match in. That's just guided down to that vacant third man region. And he kept searching around. For some reason, he couldn't find his bat. And he was a little bit distraught until someone gave him a clue. And he went to the table where the bats were, and the whole team had signed the front of his bat. He was not amused. He still used it.
Yeah, he's playing some hand here in this partnership of 63. It's moving on to 30. There's a deficit 29 now. He'll start working it down in streets. And what I mean by streets is 30 will be a street, 20 will be a street. Well, they're 3 streets away from a lead.
Fielded by Rabada. Yeah. 392 for 5.
Lovely catch. Take one more with us.
deficit number 28 now, and you look at the amount of extras conceded from South Africa. 37, that number. 14 no balls, 16 leg buys. And you just sit and wonder that if you are to add half of that to the deficit at the moment, all of a sudden it's still a very long way away from a lead for Pakistan.
Oh, Kishi.
But I think South Africa have to be mindful here that this ball is still relatively new. And whilst it's still relatively new, you can still get it to react off the surface, so you don't want to wait too long before you bring back your Rabadas and your Mapakas.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it might just be a matter of getting them to tee, get him to recharge the batteries, and then have another full tilt off the tee. Because they've been in the field for a very long time now.
Easy, bro.
Hazy, want to pick your brain the next over?
You want to do what?
Ah! That hit the middle of the bat. 393 for 5.
Can you remember, Mike Hazeman, or recall having to wait for your matric results?
Don't be silly. Why would I remember that? That's a no ball, by the way. Another one.
Is it that you don't want to remember them? Or is it maybe just the fact that you do not remember them?
Right, this is the last over before tea.
It's gone very fine. Off the pad. So Kwena Mapaka. The dive and the applause will come from his schoolmates. Former.
Checking boundary.
Yeah, it's such a special moment for young Kwena Mapaka. Having his school buddies down here. Excellent effort. Yeah, the exuberance of youth, they call it.
I think you're dead right about after the tee interval, trying to get a burst while this ball is still reasonably new, so that they can make the most of that. Kwena Mapaka and also KG come screaming out for the break and try and break this stand, which is building.
But you know, every time the ball goes past the bat, I don't know if the gremlins in our system or something. Something. Didn't edge it. You wouldn't have to invite Verena to appeal.
I'm not sure what their relationship is these days, Verena and Temba, when it comes to DRS after those last couple. This is certainly interesting. Going down leg, he said, and it was out, and missing off stump, and it was out. Both with Kwena Mapaka, with his mum watching.
How good that must be for her. Sit there, and I bet she's saying, you can get there too. Ever there needed to be an example. All those youngsters sitting in the crowd and they're watching, and there'll be many who turn up and they watch the field, and they might see a young cricketer turn up and play for the country, but he isn't necessarily from your school. And here they are, St. Stithians boys, watching, and one bowling is Vian Mulder, who comes from their school, and the guy who's down at fine leg fielding, and they're chit-chatting to his mom. He's also from their school. It makes it that bit closer, that bit more achievable.
It'll be one seriously proud mum, that's for sure. My goodness. Mother of a superstar to be. Quinton Parker, sensational. Absolutely sensational. 150 k's per hour when he burst on the scene.
Yeah, and the scary part is, wouldn't it have been too long ago since those boys would have faced in Queen Emma Park in the nets at school?
Can you imagine those nets on a Tuesday night?
Nobody on the front dog, I can tell you that. 398 for 5, Pakistan, who have done a wonderful job of following on to this point. They trail by just 23 at tea on day 4. Critical that it is tea on day 4, because it means there's so much time left in this test match. And so as they go off to tea, yes, there's still the job of whittling away that deficit that remains, but perhaps they can start to dream a little bit. A lot to do, of course, but dreams are allowed. And for South Africa, they have a big job to do to ensure that they remove the rest of the Pakistan order. And it looks from this stage that they will have to then don their pads once again to try and win the game.
It's clearly going to be a grind, that's for sure. A lot of work to be done after the break. We've still got 36 overs left in the day's play after tea. Spin has had basically no effect, I'm afraid. Not very many balls going past the bat. That's been a bit of an issue. I don't think that Maharaj has got it right, and it's the seamers that the guys have been doing the damage, and they're the ones that have been asking all the questions on a placid track, and a spin should be involved now on day 4 in a test match at Newland, so it's been very interesting to watch.
Yeah, it's been a brilliant fight back from Pakistan, well led by their captain. 145, well supported by Baba Azam in that massive opening partnership that yielded over 200 runs. But there's another partnership forming for Pakistan, 69 at the moment between Rizwan and Salman, 31 apiece. Let's take Pakistan into tea on day 4, 398 for 5 partnerships. Talk about that massive one at the top of the order, 205 that was between San Masood and Baba Azam. But this is the one that they would want to propel to a 3-figure score as well and get themselves into the lead. 69 at the moment between Salman and Rizwan. Yeah, it's that man again. Well led from the front, Kagiso Rabada, 2 for 91. Jansen, 2 for 85. And then a good spell from the youngster, Queen Emma Parker, just before and after lunch with that new ball, 1 for 47. Wicketless for Maharaj and Mulder.
So that's a look at the summary then. South Africa win the toss and bat first. 615 they put on, all out. And Pakistan bowled out for 194. South Africa enforced the follow on. And now batting again. Pakistan 398 for 5. They trail by just 23, and they've been led in that rear guard by their captain, Shan Masood, who scored 145. It's tea then on day number 4. Cass 90 to come with a couple of guests.
Welcome one and all, wherever you may be. We've gone from the coast to the Highveld. And it is South Africa against Pakistan, the second KFC T20 International.
Pakistan win the toss. They decide this time they'll have a bat first.
And here are the two teams. South Africa, Ryan Rippleton is in the lineup, in for David Miller, which is interesting enough. And also there's the other change, debutant, Diane Gulliam is getting a run as well. So great to see Diane.
Pakistan making one change. Andad Khan is in for Sufyan Mukim.
There's a look at Rizwan's numbers, averaging 48.
Saim Ayub, well, Babar Azam has been demoted.
Diane Gulliam, debutante. A little bit of movement, a little bit of swing away, eased away for one.
Yow!
It's a little paddle around the corner. He's played that a few times throughout his career. Mohammad Rizwan, he's got that away easily for four. He's put that one down. That carried. That's down. That should have been another one. Not to be though. 3 overs done, 14 for none. Lost control of that. Could be out. Oh, what a brilliant catch that is. That is outstanding work coming around that boundary. Russi van der Dussen has taken a blinder. What's happened?
Early exit for Rizwan, goes after scoring just 11, 16 for 1.
Babar Azam now. Driving on the up. Has that got through? Yep, that's got through. It's Babar Azam. Oh, that's picked up. That's picked up beautifully. That's gone for 6. Oh, that's crunched. That's crunched through the covers this time. And that is even better. What a shot that is.
It's a nasty call behind point, and there'll be another boundary. Oh dear, that's a gift. That is a gift to Babar Azam, and it's gone way back. It's over the chalets. Saim Ayub goes in the slog sweep, and he doesn't even move. He's even not watching. It's gone way back again. That's dragged down, and the placement is perfect. Slog sweep, and that'll be 50 for Saim Ayub. His first 50 in this T20 international format. His best was 49 against Pakistan. And what an entertaining 54 it's been.
And on this occasion, getting the length that he needs, the line that he needs, and just helping it over deep square leg.
Given some air that could be taken. It is going to be, yes, comfortable catch for Donovan Ferreira, the man from Durban who was so successful. Keeps the good form going.
A massive wicket for South Africa. Babar Azam goes for 31, Pakistan 103 for 2.
Prime will come and be able to play with a bit of freedom.
Oh!
That's beautifully caressed through the covers.
Straight up in the air, taken by Gwenama Parker. Oh, it's a wild swing there. Again from Usman.
Another rush job by Usman Khan. That's a real tail-enders kind of a slog. Gone early in the piece for 3, 114 for 3.
Tayyip Dahir. Gone, leading edge, straight back to Khalim, and he's got 2 on debut.
Early exit for Tayyip. Another one walking back to the dugout early in the piece. Only got 6, 122 for 4.
Irfan Khan. Shot. Beautifully played. That's a beauty. That's an absolute beauty.
He's cracked that down the ground, and he said that beautifully. A bit short of that time, he's picked that up, and he's put that into the bank. Flagged on the onside, pretty flat that one. That's gone for 6. It's a full toss. He hasn't got all of it though. Oh, it's down. It's been dropped. Second catch he's put down. Should have been gone on 97. He's still alive. Oh, that struck. That's flat as well. That's gone. Short arm jab that time, and he's picked up a boundary there. That's flipped away. That's a boundary off the first, easily put away. A little bit leg side, short arm jab. Is that gone? No. Rusty from the Dawson. He's got good hands. It's the end of the fight, not the end of the partnership, but it's an important wicket.
Tell you what, that was a good strike, Hayes. It just didn't have the trajectory, but a good knock by Irfan Khan. 195 for 5.
Abbas Afridi, 4 balls left in the innings. He's trying to go downtown. He's hit that beautifully. That's gone down the third man. That's going to go for 4. Slower delivery, wide one, dragged on the onside. It's only going to be a single to finish. That is the end of the innings. It is absolutely outstanding work from Saim Ayub to end up with 98 off 57 balls with a strike rate of 172. That is good batting for Pakistan to get 206 on the board. South Africa need 207, 120 balls they've got.
Reza Hendricks. So Ryan Rickleton as a partner at the other end. Shah Afridi, who will look to swing it right up at the front. Just inside the tram lines. Shah. Oh, wow. Gone. A little edge through to the keeper. Ever so gentle the swing, but it's enough to take it away from the middle of the bat. Rickleton on his way.
South Africa lose their first. Rickleton goes for 2. South Africa 6 for 1.
Matthew Britsky. Up and over. Intentionally in the air. Beautiful. Shot again. Reza Hendricks with a couple of beauties. Matthew Britsky. He means business. Oh, good bumper. Top bumper. Unexpected. And it's done the job. Jahanad with number 2.
Such a good piece of bowling from Jahandad. Matthew Britsky has to go. Goes for 12. South Africa 28 for 2.
Rassie van der Dussen. Gone for it. The pace works against Harris Rao. 6-er. Shah. Wow. Oh, man.
Popped up in the air. Has he got enough on it? Yes, he has. All the way. Does he pick the area? Yes, he does. This one runs down and picks it out the middle. Up in the air. Is it off the glove? The question is asked, and the finger goes up. He doesn't feel like he's got anywhere near it.
The gap between bat and ball, keep rolling that through, keep rolling. Keep rolling, make contact with the pad and just keep rolling. Just want to see if it makes contact with the glove on the way up. Keep rolling, keep rolling. Keep rolling that through. There's no bat involved. I'm not going to check the LBW. It's clearly going down leg. Perhaps I'm going to ask you to reverse the decision from out to not out.
Up and away, and it's beautifully played. Does it go the whole way? It does. That's a nice shot to take Reza Hendricks to his 18th T20 international 50. His third against Pakistan. Middled it. That's into the nets. Over the back. Oh no, it's not. It's actually landed. It's gone for the Yorker, and it's got the same treatment.
That has been clocked. What a shot that is. That's 6 runs. That's what he likes. He's crashed that. The bra is met, and that's gone for half a dozen.
Excellent shot. It's over the offside. 1 bounce and 4. Reza Hendricks going for another. It's a slower ball. It's up in the air and will be taken. Is this the twist? Pakistan will certainly hope so.
He'll raise his back to the gallery, to the fans. What a great innings. 170 is 8 T20 and 185 for 3.
Heinrich Klaasen. Nicely nudged. It's in the gap. They should be back for 2. Comfortably taken. It takes Rassie van der Dussen to a 9th career half-century in T20 internationals. What a shot. What a shot that is. Doesn't quite get that right. That is met by Rassie van der Dussen. 5 or 5. That's a Freedy with a slowie. Might be back for a second. There's a slip again. Oh, 3 slips. Banged away. And it will go over the ropes all the way for 6. Van der Dussen with the winning runs. And South Africa chase down Pakistan's 206.
Muscle the way through. This is it.
Pakistan 206 for 5, having won the toss and decided to bat first. Saeem Ayub, really good for his 98 not out. Got a bit of help from Babar initially, and then Irfan at the back end. Dan Khalim 2 for 21 on debut. A couple of wickets for Bartman and Linda with 1. South Africa batting, Reza Hendricks along with Van der Dussen, for them to get to 210 for 3 and win here by 7 wickets and clinch the series as well.
That's big enough.
A 6 to Sky. Mr. 360 in full flow. What a shot.
That is just power.
8 sixes in this century. Banged away. Tilak Verma. That's out of the ground. Emphatic India.
India versus England. First T20I, 22nd January. Only on Star Sports Network.
Watch the new season of SA20 live on Disney Plus Hotstar, Star Sports 2, Star Sports 2 HD, and Sports 18 2.
Watch IDFC First Bank India Women versus Ireland Women ODI Series. Starts 10th January, live on Geo Cinema and Sports 18.
That's big enough.
Mr. 360 in full flow. A sparkling Sanju Samson. Fantastic Tilak Verma. It's England into the batting lineup. This should be quite a contest.
India versus England. First T20I, 22nd January. Live on the Star Sports Network.
No teams that you can take lightly.
What about those views? They're just extraordinary. Magnificent stuff in Cape Town. From the chopper, swooping across on the Atlantic seaboard. Unbelievable. Right, here we are. Pakistan trailing by just 23 at the moment. doing so well. 398 for 5. It's been a grind for these boys. They've been apart for a long time now. 103 overs here, plus 54.2 in the first innings. We look at the match summary. South Africa 615, and that's when Pakistan were in the field for such a long time, with Rickerton getting 259, Bavuma 106, for Rayner a century, and then Pakistan in reply, well, they were blown away, 194. Rabada picked up 3 for 55. Pakistan now doing so well, 2 away from 400 for 5. Terrific comeback. Shah Massoud, the skipper, absolutely brilliant with his 145. Wickets are shared at the moment, and Pakistan trail by just 23 runs, and we do have 36 overs left in the day's play. So we're all set to go here for this final session on day 4. So it can be heading into day 5, nice and hot. Vernon Philander, what are your thoughts?
Good afternoon, Hazy. Good afternoon to all our viewers. Rummies, it's a massive half an hour for the South African team. You feel that they need a bit of injection with energy, intensity with a ball in hand, and they would feel if they can open up one end here, can get one of Rizwan or Salman out, they would open up a window for them, a door. But it's all about this first half an hour, because this partnership is just starting to take shape. 69 at the moment. It's coming at a healthy rate as well.
Good afternoon, Ramiz.
Afternoon, boys. Afternoon, everybody. Yes, 398 for 5. It's a solid response. This is what will make Pakistan Test cricket a bit watchable, because the results haven't been coming, but this or such kind of a fight back does so much good to the psyche of the dugout. So you play for each other, you play for the country, and you play for reputation, and you play for ego. There's so many things at stake. And up the game just when the crunch is on, it's really tremendous stuff. Because you're challenging yourself, you're challenging South Africa as well. And so now it depends on how South Africa bowl in the next hour or so, because this game can become very interesting from Pakistan's perspective. 150 plus. And who knows, anything can happen.
I mean, I guess the question right now is, can they get themselves another... Can they stretch that a little bit more and have a lead of like 200? Can they somehow get to that? Yeah, their batsman's short, obviously, so that's a bit of a problem. But the way that some of these guys are playing right now, I mean, it will be amazing if they happen to get that, and that's going to be a real scramble on the last day of a Test match. By the way, this is the second highest follow-on total in history against South Africa. 398 for 5 at this stage. The highest was 551, England, in 1947 at Nottinghamshire. So that's the highest. That is very big. But these guys are steamrolling along at the moment.
And to start proceedings for South Africa's Kesef Maharaj, wicketless so far in this innings. And he'll have a massive role to play in this last session here on day 4.
I don't understand why they're not coming out with a seam attack when that ball's still relatively new. Straight after the break, surely the seamers should have been having a quick little burst now.
Yeah, I certainly would have woken up Queen Park and said, young man, I need another burst from you. 4 or 5 overs of good intensity. He's only bowled 13 overs in this innings so far. Picked up the 1 wicket. But he's been mightily impressive, Hazy, ever since he's taken that new ball in the second innings for South Africa.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a solid forward defence. I don't know why there's so much excitement around the bat, because there's no threat from Maharaj, and I just don't quite understand these speeds still. Anyway, still not bowling any quicker. For a while he did. He started to get a bit of good grip and turn. Certainly you would think with a real opportunity now to get stuck in here and try and well through a couple of overs at about 86. If he's going to be in for a couple of overs now, try and go that sort of speed.
Yeah, look at it from a Pakistan point of view, and you say to yourself, with 36 overs left in the day, if we just keep going at the rate that we have been going all game, that will take us to a 120-run lead. And that on this surface, heading into day 5, will be massive. So So there's no need to panic. It's all about starting out again. Understanding South Africa's quest. That's to pick up early wickets. So if you can get through this first sort of half an hour, you give yourself another brilliant opportunity of betting out the session. And who knows?
End of the first over after the 10 ball. 398 for 5.
South Africa need to attack from both ends. So even if Pakistan play one end successfully, it'll be kind of a win for them. Both batsmen well set. Rizwan on 31, his partner is on 31. And this really has been a tremendous fight back. We were earlier talking about reference points. This is a great reference point for this side. Yeah, this reference point. And from this reference point, you can draw a lot of strength. When they will be in such a situation where a massive fight back is needed, they will go back to this scenario, this test match. We were down and out, second innings after being enforced the follow-on, and look, we got 400 for 5 and counting.
So Marco Jansen now. Nice and busy. Mohammad Rizwan is going to look to come back for the second with a couple of yops indicating no.
Yeah, I think it's such a good point you make, Rummies. This game very often is all about reference points as players. And you want to go and visit those reference points when you've done well as a player, but also when you've been challenged as a player. This is a massive reference point for Pakistan. 399 for 5, and also bear in mind one of the leading batters out of the attack. Saeem Ayub. I'd love to have watched him play in these kind of conditions. He's had some great success on this tour of South Africa in the white ball format. He looks a player well in control of his own technical abilities. Yeah, it's such a pity to have lost him early on in this test match.
I wonder if he's been on that silver budgie. I wonder if they've arrived in London now. He and Azam Mahmood were heading off to see the medical boys in London. Decided not to wait any longer. Sparring at that. A little flirt outside the off stump.
You know, with tall fast bowlers, you tend to pick the length a little later because it's different. The hand is coming from over the side screen. This is he suffered that injury, this crippling injury. Fractured his ankle in the process. A lot of pain. And you have to feel for the 22-year-old learning about the game the harsh way. It doesn't care about age, about you being young. But you're right, Vernon. I mean, he would have been such a great watch on this surface, flat surface, and would have learned a great deal about batting also, Saeem Ayub. And importantly, he was in great form, could have used that form into test match cricket.
It's one of those venues too that a lot of players want to play at because it's such a magnificent looking venue, and the track is good for batting, except for last year when that test match was over in the blink of an eye. It's been good for batting in this one. Wish him all the best.
Yeah, that's a lot better from Salman. Very often we'd identify a break as an opportunity again for batters to start out again, so there's always that window of opportunity for bowlers to be a little bit more attacking. There's also a reminder for batters that you have to start again. You have to start your processes again. Be a little bit respectful in trying to get yourself and apply yourself again on the surface.
This new ball's only about 20 overs old, so they've got to actually have a little bit of respect with this South African attack. Oh, that's maybe an inside edge. I think it was.
Yeah, there was a couple of noises. Because if it was no bet, I'll definitely send us upstairs. Captain Bavuma shouting at Vesey, which is Vian Mulder. Oh, on the brink of it. They're going to send it upstairs. Milliseconds to go.
Oh, I see KG saying he's hit it. He's hit it from mid-on.
TV umpire to director. We have a play review for LBW. The original decision is not out. I have checked the ball's feet and it's a fair delivery. We've got to front on when ready, please.
That's where Rivara said, Bavuma said he is short. Smashed this.
Ball's close to the bat.
2 pads of bat.
Can we go to Ultra, please, when ready? There's a clear spike as the ball's next to the bat. Can we go back on field when ready, please? Coolmaker, still the original decision is not out. You're on screen. Signal now.
That's why Bavuma said, "Are you sure?" Screamed, "Are you sure?" to someone. I wasn't exactly sure who was screaming that to, but in the end he decided to go upstairs. I'd imagine he would have been a little bit frustrated when he saw that inside edge on the big screen.
Yeah, brilliant angle from Mark Jensen, but on our earpieces we could hear 2 sounds. And there was a lot of debate. And you can see him signaling there, that asking whoever he was referring to and using as a reference. There was a bit of willow involved, and only to find out afterwards that there was indeed.
If it was a DRS matriculation exam, South Africa would have flunked.
Oh! Reaching for that, but he's got enough connection, and that's gone for 4.
You see him play these shots now, Rizwan. He's such a relaxed character at the non-strikers. He's talking to the umpire, he's talking to his partner also. 400 comes up. This is massive comeback from Pakistan. Applause from the dugout. Flag is out as well. And Rizwan is on song. 36 he is.
Quick on his feet, Rizwan, a little bit short that time, and he's out to the sweeper.
Yeah, he plays these kind of shots so well. Just look at the extension of the arms. Giving the ball absolutely no time to turn. Beautiful, always in control. Yeah, he must be flexible to play those kind of shots. Aceman, I thought you said he's on his way to London, Azam Mahmood.
Oh. Well, they almost haven't left here, because he was going to be on the flight with Ayub, going with him to see the medical boys in London. There he is, Azam Mahmood. Oh. Catch it! Prize of catcher, but that's in vacant territory.
They're not letting Kesef Maharaj settle either. Perhaps also identifying that he will be a bit of a threat, but also there hasn't been a great deal of turn, so looking to take the attack to Kesef Maharaj. And they'll also be a lot more comfortable taking on Kesef Maharaj in these kind of conditions.
Oh! 7 runs off that over. 406 for 5.
There are no teams that you can take lightly.
Oh, he's got him! Important catch! Oh, lovely shot. Have a look at this! Oh my God! What a catch!
Johnson again.
Yeah, I think Jansen coming around the wicket has had success with the ball being pitched up and inviting the drive, so you might just try and get the batsman to get used to playing it a couple and then drag one a touch wider, invite the drive, a couple of catches, 2 slips in the gully. Yeah, I've been mightily impressed with the surface being provided here at Newlands, and very often we always talk about South African conditions, and when we refer to South African conditions, I'm talking about surfaces being on the sporty side. This surface has challenged bowlers in a different capacity. A couple of barren patches. It's a really good surface for batting. So as a bowler, you needed to have your processes, your wits about you. But it's good to see the bat dominating for a change in South African conditions.
You've changed, that's for sure.
On the other side of the fence these days, Mike Hazeman. Make no mistake, I've also had a surface like this before, a couple of surfaces like this before. We won't talk about you there, Hazy. You'll probably throw uncovered pictures at me right now, won't you?
Settle, settle.
They're not really playing for strike rate, so I think the field can be called in. A couple of fielders, definitely, because it's a game of singles. It's not a game of boundaries and occupying the crease. And so, from that aspect, South Africa behind the 8 ball.
Good solid shot, that one. Into the covers. Sweeper brought into play. It's only going to be the single. Nicely moving, these two Pakistan batsmen at the moment. 409 for 5. This innings for Pakistan has now lasted 107 overs, which is exactly the same length of time that the Test match lasted last year against India. 107 overs. The entire Test match. Chopped away.
You play that shot when you're trusting the pitch, and so expertly played by Rizwan. He's such a good player against spin.
Sure it's not going to be too long before they have a burst of steam from both ends. Oh, almost a little bit of a mix-up there. A no and then a yes, then a no.
Yeah, I'm always a massive fan that you want to pick your two bowlers who's going to provide you the most effective outcome at the end of the day to start a session for you. You don't want to allow batters to get in and then revert to those bowlers. So after break, there's always a window of opportunity. What South Africa has done here is almost allowed Pakistan again to get settled. Kagiso Rabada, young Mapaka. I think he might still have a good bit of energy left in the system, Mapaka.
Just a bit. Top edge, but it's going to be safe. And it's going to run away towards that wedge for 4.
Yeah, there's no strategy to force the batsman to play the sweep shot. The Fis had only 7, so it was an easy shot to execute and a safe shot to execute, even though it was airborne, but away from Rabada. Maybe that's the next strategy from Keshav. Make the batsman sweep out of the rough. Change the angle, come from over the stumps.
Quick single. Safely home. Often gets in that desperate dive, does Mohammad Rizwan, but he was well in.
Yeah, the key to this single was the calling and the awareness, communication between the two batsmen, understanding each other's game. Where are you looking for that single? Deficit now only 6 runs for Pakistan. It's an excellent fight back this.
Oh, yeah, nice. 415 for 5. At the tea break, I have no doubt that the Pakistan batsmen would have had a little bit of a chat in that change room. They would have shared a couple of ideas, I suppose, and sort of talked about how they're going to fight off the expectant seamers that are going to be in action after the break. They would have been delighted to know that, in fact, it wasn't either Rabada or Mapaka. Maharaj and Janssen, the two that started. Stand is 86 now. Really good stuff from Salman Ali Agha and Mohammad Rizwan.
Yeah, and I suppose a big talking point for South Africa will be those workloads. Kagiso Rabada, 21 overs in this innings so far. For me, young Mapaka, only 13 overs. Didn't bowl a great deal in the first innings. So he should still have a lot in the tank.
Maybe they're looking for this ball to get a bit older for Mapaka to come and reverse the ball. I don't know if that is at the back of their mind, but you're absolutely right. I think he can be engaged now for a real good burst.
Yeah, I think you want to use him whilst his ball is still nice and hard. We've seen how effective he was with that second new ball. It just gets it to zip off the surface. And that's what you need on this kind of surface. You don't want to wait for the ball to get too old. So then it becomes almost like a tennis ball just sitting in the surface. No! Batsman will have a lot of time to react to the movement off the surface when the ball's a touch older. So whilst this ball is still hard, going on about 30 overs now, 28.2 overs old. You want to use it right about now.
The thing about Mapaka is that most of his bowling, of course, throughout his career up until now would have been with a ball that's quite new, because he does so much damage with the new ball, the ball so quickly with those fast left-arm bursts. So he would have done a great deal of bowling reverse swing with an older ball. But what I am saying is that's a massive positive, what we've seen, and he can do that as well. That's quite extraordinary that we saw that terrific work early today. Full and wide, easily worked to the sweeper.
The The other thing that he has is got pace, and so he can take the pitch out of the equation. That fuller length probably is the length to bowl if you've got 140 clicks behind you.
Yeah, I think South Africa can change it up a bit as well. I think he's got a skiddy bumper, so perhaps just a couple of overs of short pitch stuff, make life a little bit uncomfortable, and then he can go back into the usual routine. But yeah, he's got so much to work with, young Mapaka. This is a bit of an interesting sift here. They've taken a slip out, put a slip into a point region, cover point region. So they've gone with one slip and one gully. He's going to try and go tactfully here, Marco Jansen. Yeah, tactful, and that's where he's had his success. On and around that sort of line, inviting the drive. Well negotiated by Salman.
Aiden Markram's stayed at about 1.5 slips, and Bettingham's gone from first slip to around about, it is a fine gully actually.
This setup, this field setup is very similar to Babar Azam's dismissal. So they bowl a wide one, and Babar Azam went for that big booming drive, got caught at gully. Yeah, so the invite is there, asking him to break his wrist and play that one through square point. Yeah, Babar Azam there played a similar ball and went hard at it. Very good shot catch at gully.
That's exactly where number 5, Bettingham, has moved to now. Just a little chat actually after that last delivery from Mohammad Rizwan, coming down having a chat to Salman Ali Agha, maybe just pointing out that exact thing. $117 for 5.